I'm in the process of attempting to fix my irregular tire wear in the rear, where when I'm drifting, the outside of the tire is wearing out more than the inside. The first step I took to try to fix the issue was increase the rear camber to about 2 degrees, and I'm still getting the outside tire wear, so it's got me thinking that something else is the issue. My rear springs are drooped, and the reason that they're drooped is because the struts that are on the car can't go low enough to create preload on the spring, and if I increase the perches on the spring height, it's going to raise the car. I don't want to raise the car, so I ordered smaller strut and smaller spring. Prior to doing this setup, I was running these springs. So these are 140 millimeter height, 12K spring rate. These are 120 millimeter height, 8K spring rate. This is the strut I pulled out of the car prior with these, and the new struts that I currently have in the car are about 1 inch shorter. I have the BR series. It is lower, but now I'm running into the issue of hitting bump stops. It may be the trailing arms hitting the body, making a knocking sound whenever I put load on it. The next step is going to be just raising it up. All right, team. The strut is pretty much bottomed out due to the lack of preload. Trailing arm's really close to hitting the body. This is probably going to need to be where it wants to max out naturally. I have to see how much I can fix it and still stay at the ride height that I want. Always give her a good shake. If you shake it harder than you ever would when you're working under the car, you know you're going to be good to go. All right, well, now I'll explain the issue where you can see it. So right now I have the jack resting on the lower here. This strut is fully maxed out here inside of the strut, and my spring looks like that. So I'm going to raise the spring up, which is in turn going to raise the car up, but it's going to allow the strut to have more stroke, because what's happening right now, this is bottoming out up here on the top, which is obviously bad. So right now I'm going to go ahead and get that raised up and then set the car back down and see what it's looking like. 18 millimeter. All right, so this is what we're working with here. So I'm going to go ahead and add one of these collars like you're supposed to have in the first place. And then I'm going to adjust the height up a bit on it. I'm a dumbass. So the way that I raise this and adjust the height on collars and stuff is I take a paint pen, do number of spins. So the right here is maxed out at the top. Mark it like that. Then I can just count number of spins. I'm going to start off on 2. Now we're essentially lined up here. It's a lot closer. All right, back to it. Raising it 2 more notches. Wait. Oh, yeah. All right, 6 spins. Yeah, I'll just test fit it real quick. All right. Pretty close. We're at 6. Let's do 8. Oh, run that back. That's 10. I hope that my ride height is still good, just like how it was before I did all this, but at least I'll be on 8K springs and fix my preload. I can move it a bit, but I can't even fully spin it. That is a big step compared to how it was before. So I'm pretty happy with that. Always torque your stuff to spec, guys. I got my torque wrench right here. It's a bend type torque wrench. So whenever it starts bending is whenever the thing is torqued, actually. Snap on. The exact torque spec for that bolt is what I just hit with that thing right there. The piece of wood will slide on the metal, so it'll help the suspension on this side settle out better so I can have a better idea of what the height is. And no rear sway bar, so it shouldn't really matter too much about the other side not being adjusted yet. I think I'm all right with that. I'm gonna bounce on it. I'm gonna jump on the back of the car, see if it still makes the noise on this side. I didn't hear the noise. I do kind of think it's pretty good. Only thing left to do is go do it all on the other side now. This is what I was having before. Time to make this one 10 spins plus the additional collar that I was missing. Okay, I think it's not terrible. I still, to be perfectly frank with all of you folks, would like it a little lower, but it passes. I'd say it's not rigged. I'd say it's pretty even on the skirt. I want the skirt to either be even or be slightly lower in the rear is what my intents are for the height. No plans on raising the front at all. That's good. I'm not trying to change that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% happy, but I am glad that it is definitely going to be an improvement driving, and hopefully that fixes the outside tire wear problem.